Dear friends, my name is Sameer Thakur and you can call me Sam Sir. And today I am presenting you a video for 10th Maths, and this video is for chapter 1 Real Numbers, and I am covering exercise 1.4 in this video. So firstly, what are terminating or non-terminating recurring number? So as you know, the decimal expansion of 1 upon 2 is equal to 0.5. Similarly, if we do decimal expansion of 1 by 3, it comes out to be 0.3333, and this 3 recur again and again. So we write it as 0.3 bar, which means that this 3 is repeating endlessly. Similarly, what will be the decimal expansion of 1 upon 4? It will be equal to 0.25. Similarly, what will be the decimal expansion of 1 upon 5? It is 0.2. All of us know that. What will be the decimal expansion of 1 upon 6? The decimal expansion of 1 upon 6 is 0.1666 and so on. This 6 is actually endless. That is why we put bar on the number 6, because this 6 number is repeating again and again. Similarly, if we take decimal expansion of 1 upon 7, it comes out to be 0.142857. Then this number again gets repeated, that is 142857 and so on. So it means we can write it as 0.142857 whole bar, because this whole number is getting repeated. Similarly, decimal expansion of 1 upon 8 is equal to 0.125. Decimal expansion of 1 upon 9 is equal to 0.11111 and so on. That is why we write it as 0.1 bar. And the decimal expansion of 1 upon 10 is equal to 0.1. So as you can see here, that there are certain numbers which have decimal expansion which ends. For example, this 0.5, 0.25, 0.2, 0.125 and 0.1. In these cases, the decimal expansion is actually terminating. So these type of numbers, these type of rational numbers whose decimal expansion terminates are known as terminating numbers. So these are actually rational numbers which gets terminated. So these are known as terminating numbers. Similarly, if we see that the decimal expansion of 1 upon 3, 1 upon 6 and 1 upon 9 is non-terminating and recurring, that is why these numbers are known as non-terminating recurring number. So it is observed that when denominator is 2, 4, 5, 8 and 10, then decimal expansion is terminating, and when the denominator is 3, 7, also 6 here, 3, 6, 7 and 9, then decimal expansion is non-terminating recurring, as you can see from these examples. So it means that when denominator is 2, 4 can be written as 2 raised to power 2, 5, 8 can be written as 2 raised to power 3, and 10 can be written as 2 multiplied by 5, then the decimal expansion is terminating. Or in other words, we can say that whenever denominator is of the form 2 raised to power n multiplied by 5 raised to power m, then the decimal expansion is terminating. Where the value of n and m, the value of n and m will be 0 or greater than equal to 0, and it will be actually whole numbers. All these values will be whole numbers. So if we see that, what we have to see is denominator only, and if denominator is having factors either 2 or 5, only 2 or 5, or the combination of 2 or 5, then the rational number is terminating actually. So now we will discuss that these numbers are terminating or non-terminating recurring. First number is 1 upon 11. So as you can see, it neither has 2 nor 5. So it is actually non-terminating number. 1 upon 12. It has 2. The factors of 1 upon 12 are 3 multiplied by 2 raised to power 2. So due to 2 raised to power 2 it is terminating, but due to 3 it is non-terminating. 1 upon 13 is also non-terminating. 1 upon 14 is also non-terminating due to 7. 1 upon 15 is non-terminating due to 3. 1 upon 16 is terminating because the factors of 16 are 2 raised to power 4. 1 upon 17 is non-terminating. 1 upon 18 is non-terminating due to 3 raised to power 2 because the factors of 18 are 3 raised to power 2 into 2. 1 upon 19 is non-terminating, and 1 upon 20 is actually combination of 5 and 2 raised to power 2, so it is terminating number. So now let us solve the questions. So question number 1 is, without actually performing the long division, state whether the following rational numbers will have a terminating decimal expansion or a non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. So repeating and recurring, they are one and the same term. So first question, first part is 13 oblique 3125, second is 17 upon 8, third is 64 upon 455, fourth is 15 upon 1600, fifth is 29 upon 343, sixth is 23 upon 2 raised to power 3 into 5 raised to power 2. They don't have any symbol here, it means it is multiplication. Seventh is 129 divided by 2 raised to power 2 into 5 raised to power 7 into 7 raised to power 5. Eighth is 6 upon 15. Ninth is 35 upon 50. And 10th is 77 upon 210. So firstly we will solve the first part, that is 13 oblique 3125. So what we have to do, we have to see only denominator, and if denominator is of the form 2 raised to power n into 5 raised to power m, then it is terminating, otherwise not. So denominator is 3125 and the factor of 3125 will be 5 raised to power 5. We will see that. So the denominator is of the form 2 raised to power n into 5 raised to power m, where n is 0 and m is equal to 5. So whenever 2 is missing, it means that n is equal to 0. So in this case, actually, it can be written as 5 raised to power 5 into 2 raised to power 0, because 2 raised to power 0 is equal to 1. So therefore, decimal expansion of 13 divided by 3125 is terminating. So these are the factors of 3125. As you can see, it is divided by 5. We get 625 by dividing it by 5. So 625 also gets divided by 5. We get 125. Then after dividing by 5, we get 25. And after that 5, and 5 is divisible by 5, we get 1. So these are the factors of 3125, which is 5 raised to power 5. So it is of the form 2 raised to power n into 5 raised to power m, where this n is equal to 0. So whenever 2 is missing, so we will write the power of 2 as equal to 0, because 2 raised to power 0 is equal to 1. So that is why here n is equal to 0 and m is equal to 5. So therefore this decimal expansion is terminating. Second part is 17 divided by 8, and as you can see, the factors of 8 are 2 raised to power 3, 2 into 2 into 2. So the denominator is 8 having factors 2 raised to power 3, which is of the form 2 raised to power n into 5 raised to power m. Because here 5 is missing, so it means the power of 5 will be equal to 0. So denominator is of the form 2 raised to power n into 5 raised to power m, where n is equal to 3 and m is equal to 0. You got it? Therefore, decimal expansion of 17 divided by 8 is terminating. So third part, 64 divided by 455. So the factors of 455, it is divisible by 5, we get 91. 91, as we know, is divisible by 7, we will get 13, and 13 will be divided by itself and we will get 1. So the factors are 5 into 7 into 13. So as you can see that it is not of the form 2 raised to power n into 5 raised to power m, because there are 7 and 13 here. So it means it is non-terminating. So denominator is not of the form 2 raised to power n into 5 raised to power m. Therefore decimal expansion of 64 divided by 455 is non-terminating and repeating. Now we will move on to the next question, which is 15 divided by 1600. So as you can see, the denominator here is 1600 and the factors of 1600 are quite easy to calculate, because it gets divided by 2, we will get 800, and again dividing by 2 we get 400, again dividing by 2 we get 200, again dividing by 2 we get 100, again dividing by 2 we get 50, again dividing by 2 we get 25, and 25 as we know is divided by 5, so we will get 5. 5 is divided by itself, we will get 1. So the factors are 2 raised to power 6 and 5 raised to power 2, which is of the form 2 raised to power n into 5 raised to power m, where this n is equal to 6 and m is equal to 2. So it means this decimal expansion is actually terminating. Therefore decimal expansion of 15 divided by 1600 is terminating. Now move on to the next question, which is 29 divided by 343, and as we know denominator is 343 having factors 7 into 7 into 7, because 343 gets divided by 7, we get 49. 49 as we know is divisible by 7, we will get 7, and 7 itself is divisible by 7, we will get 1. So these are the factors 7 raised to power 3. So it is not of the form 2 raised to power n into 5 raised to power m. So denominator is not of the form 2 raised to power n into 5 raised to power m. So it is decimal expansion of this number is non-terminating and repeating. So next part, sixth part, is 23 divided by 2 raised to power 3 into 5 raised to power 2. So denominator here is 2 raised to power 3 into 5 raised to power 2, and which is of the form 2 raised to power n into 5 raised to power m. So where n is equal to 3, this 3, and m is equal to 2. So this number is again terminating. So this decimal expansion of this number is terminating. So next part, that is seventh part, is 129 divided by 2 raised to power 2 into 5 raised to power 7 into 7 raised to power 5. So due to this 7, it will be actually non-terminating and repeating. As we can see, denominator is not of the form 2 raised to power n into 5 raised to power m. Therefore, decimal expansion of 129 divided by 2 raised to power 2 into 5 raised to power 7 into 7 raised to power 5 is non-terminating and repeating. Next part is 6 divided by 15. As you can see, the factors of 15 are 3 into 5. So denominator here is 15 having factors 3 multiplied by 5, which is not of the form 2 raised to power n into 5 raised to power m. So it is again non-terminating and repeating. Next part, ninth part, 35 divided by 50. So denominator here is 50 having factors 2 multiplied by 5 raised to power 2, which is of the form 2 raised to power n into 5 raised to power m, where this n is equal to 1 and m is equal to 2. So this decimal expansion of this number will be terminating. Now we will move on to the next part of this question number 1, that is 77 divided by 210. So here denominator is 210 having factors 2 into 3 into 5 into 7, as you can calculate. So these factors, they are not of the form 2 raised to power n into 5 raised to power m. So therefore decimal expansion of this number, that is 77 divided by 210, is non-terminating and repeating. So now we will move on to the second question. So first question had 10 parts. Now we will move on to the second question, which says that write down the decimal expansions of those rational numbers in question 1 above which have terminating decimal expansions. So actually we have to calculate the decimal expansion of those rational numbers which have terminating decimal expansion. So first part was 13 divided by 3125. So it was terminating. Now we will calculate the decimal expansion. So here you can see the factors of 3125 as we had calculated in question number 1 were 5 raised to power 5. So now how we will calculate the decimal expansion is by multiplying this fraction with 2 raised to power 5 and dividing with 2 raised to power 5. Why? I will explain that. This is because we want to make a pair where we get 10 in the denominator. By getting 10 in the denominator, we can easily solve this number. So that is why we have multiplied this number by 2 raised to power 5 and also divided this number by 2 raised to power 5, so that we can get pair of 10 raised to power 5. So we will get 13 multiplied by 2 raised to power 5 is 32 divided by 10 raised to power 5. 32 multiplied by 13 is 416. So it will be equal to 416 divided by 10 raised to power 5. So 10 raised to power 5 is equal to 1 lakh. So it will be equal to 416 divided by 1 lakh. So which can be easily written as 0.00416. So that is why we have taken pair here, so that we can easily calculate the decimal expansion. So second part was 17 divided by 8, which is again terminating. So we can write 17 divided by 8 as 17 divided by 2 raised to power 3. So now we will again make the pair by multiplying it by 5 raised to power 3 and dividing by 5 raised to power 3, so that we can get pair. So by multiplying and dividing with 5 raised to power 3, we get the pair of 5 and 2, that is 10. So we can easily calculate the decimal expansion of this number. So it will be equal to 17 multiplied by 5 raised to power 3 is 125. So 17 multiplied by 125 divided by 10 raised to power 3. Now we will multiply this 125 with 17. We get 2125 divided by 10 raised to power 3 is 1000, which is equal to 2.125. Now third part was actually non-terminating and repeating, so we will not take that. And fourth part is 15 divided by 1600, which can be written as 15 divided by 2 raised to power 6 into 5 raised to power 2, as we have already calculated the factors of 1600 in question number 1. So now we want to make a pair of 2 and 5, but the problem is 2 is having power 6, but this 5 is having power 2. So we want that the power of 5 must be 6. So we multiply this whole fraction with 5 raised to power 4 and also divide this whole fraction with 5 raised to power 4 so that we can get the pair of 2 raised to power 6 and 5 raised to power 6. So we will multiply and divide by 5 raised to power 4, and after that we will get 15 multiplied by 5 raised to power 4 divided by 10 raised to power 6. 15 multiplied by 5 raised to power 4 is 625 divided by 10 raised to power 6. When we multiply this 625 with 15, we get 9375, and 10 raised to power 6 is 10 lakh. So we will divide it and simply we will get 0.0093 and 75. So next part, fifth part was again non-terminating and repeating, and sixth part 23 divided by 2 raised to power 3 into 5 raised to power 2. So now again we want to make a pair. Here 2 is having power 3 but 5 is having power 2. So we need only one 5. That is why we will multiply this number by 5 and divide it by 5. So it means 23 divided by 2 raised to power 3 into 5 raised to power 2 will be equal to 23 divided by 2 raised to power 3 into 5 raised to power 2 into 5 divided by 5. So why we are multiplying and dividing by 5? So that we can get pair in the denominator. So this will be equal to 23 into 5, and here there will be formation of pair, that is 5 2s are 10. So it will be equal to 10 raised to power 3. 23 5s are 115 and 10 raised to power 3 is 1000. So we will get 0.115. Next question, sorry. All those parts means 7, 8, 9, 10. Those were actually non-terminating repeating. So we are not taking into consideration those numbers. So question number 3 is, the following real numbers have decimal expansions as given below. In each case, decide whether they are rational or not. If they are rational and of the form P divided by Q, what can you say about the prime factors of Q? So first part is 43.123456789. Second part is 0.1201 200 12 quadruple 0 and so on. And third part is 43.123456789 bar. So first part is 43.123456789. So it is actually decimal and we can directly convert it into fractions. So it will be equal to 43123456789 divided by the same number of zeros which are after decimal and 1. So as we can see, it is equal to 43123456789 divided by 10 raised to power 9, which is of the form P divided by Q. So it is a rational number because we can write it in the form of P divided by Q. So therefore it is a rational number. And the factors of 10, as you know, is 2 into 5. So it means we can write it in the form of 2 raised to power n into 5 raised to power m. So the factors of Q will be of the form 2 raised to power n into 5 raised to power m. And second part is 0.120, 1200, 12 12 quadruple 0 and so on. As you can see, this is a very interesting number because here it is neither terminating and nor repeating because there is no repetition of number. Every time the number is different. So these type of numbers which are non-terminating and non-repeating, they are known as irrational numbers. So they cannot be written in the form of P divided by Q. So this number is neither terminating nor repeating. So this number is irrational because we cannot write it in the form of P divided by Q. Now third part is 43.123456789 having bar. So which is equal to P divided by Q. Why? Because it is terminating and repeating. So it can be written in the form of P divided by Q. So this number is non-terminating and repeating. Therefore, it is a rational number. And as we know, it is non-terminating and repeating. It means that we cannot write it in the form of 2 raised to power n into 5 raised to power m. So the factors of q will not be of the form 2 raised to power n into 5 raised to power m. So this concludes my video here. Have a nice day. Thank you.